I know that finding the right hair products can be a challenge. My hair and I have been on a long and winding journey of rediscovering what we like, and it is not always easy on the wallet. There have been many trial and error episodes along the way, and I'm happy to say that I believe we found our sweet spot. Finally getting to a place where my hair and myself are happy and healthy. So let's dive into some of the products that are helping us get there. Now, as an aside, of course, products aren't the magic pill and solution to achieving your hair growth goals. It also requires for the physical handling of your hair to be conducive to hair growth and just treating it well. So as a recap of my regimen, now if you have not watched my previous video where I walk you through my regimen itself, then that video is going to be linked in the comment section. But as a recap, I wash my hair every 2 weeks, and I shampoo with a scalp cleanser and also a strand cleanser. And then after that, I actually said in that video that I don't deep condition, but I just recently added deep conditioning back into my routine. And so I deep condition for about 10 to 15 minutes. It doesn't have to be long. I also exclusively finger detangle. Now, I did not used to do this. I used to use a detangling brush. I use combs, but I'm beginning to see that there's no practical way for me to justify using a comb on my tightly coiled hair. It just doesn't make sense. I have way too many strands. It's going left, right, zigzag, topsy-turvy, and it just doesn't make sense to take a comb through it. So I've completely taken combs out of my regimen unless I'm blow drying my hair, and in that case I will use a comb attachment. After deep conditioning, I moisturize my hair and I seal it with hair grease or shea butter or an oil, but I won't do all three. And I do oil my scalp because during these winter months, especially, my scalp is very dry. And then as protective styling, I had just recently felt this shift happen. So I'm going to say the Lord's helping me with this, but I go 2 weeks with cornrows. So I love cornrows. They're just fun, quick, and easy to do with extension hair. And after cornrows, I go and switch to 2-strand twists all throughout my hair because this gives my hair a break from the tension of cornrows. So as much as I love cornrows, the extended amount of time that it's in those styles without a break can lead to breakage. So I go off and on and switch between 2-strand twists throughout my hair with very minimal tension, and I go back to cornrows. So I just switch in between those two. So now that you have my routine, let's go ahead and jump into my products. So I first start off with the Everyday Clean Dandruff Shampoo and Conditioner. It's definitely a cleanser for my scalp because there were times and seasons where I had really flaky scalp and it was just ugly. Like, I hate seeing skin fall off my hair. It was the most severe I've ever seen my hair do that before. And so now, to avoid that, I do shampoo, especially because it's every 2 weeks. I cleanse my scalp with a dandruff shampoo, and this is the Walgreens generic brand to Head and Shoulders. Works the same. Now, after, I do have this two chic system from Giovanni that I love. This is the Ultra Moist shampoo, and this is strictly for the hair strand. So this is not what you use on your scalp, and it cleanses without stripping, and it is a very lathering shampoo, and it allows me for detangling very easily as well. And so yes, I really love this shampoo. And then I will either use this or this product to detangle. Both of them provide very good slip. I think I prefer this one even more. This is the L'Oreal Elviva Dreamland Super Detangler Conditioner, and it has castor oil and vitamins, and it instantly detangles. It has very great slip. I apply a lot of this because if I can get my hair as slippery as possible, it makes the finger detangling a lot easier. But the Giovanni partner to the shampoo works really good as well. It has great slip. So these are my two detangling shampoos, my detangling conditioners. I can't believe I just said that with a straight face. And I use these to help me get my hair nice and detangled. afterwards, I will deep condition. And like I said, I didn't deep condition before, but now I do. So I go in between these two. These are the two that I find works for my hair. Is the cholesterol tea tree from Hollywood Beauty. Love it. As soon as I put it on my hair, it just melts and it makes it so much easier to continue finger detangling. As well as I do love the Shea Moisture Intensive Hydration Hair Mask, and this one's just as great. I usually have to keep this one on longer, and I do heat this one up too. I just put it in some hot water and let it heat up the jar so that the conditioner itself can penetrate into my strands very easily, because I do have low porosity hair, so it just takes a while for things to get inside the strands. But this is what I'll use, and I also love the cholesterol treatment as well. Now, when I get out of the shower, or I'm done washing my hair, whether I'm in the shower or at the sink in the kitchen, I moisturize. Now, before I used to just have water and I would use grease, because this was a technique by Mrs. Mississippi. I'll have her YouTube channel linked below as well. And I do find that the grease makes my hair very dry and more prone to breakage. So what I'm learning, at least, is to add a moisturizing lotion or cream to my hair before adding the hair grease, and that way it'll combat the dryness, so you have kind of that barrier layer against the grease. So for my moisturizer, I'm using the ORS olive oil moisturizing hair lotion. My hair loves this stuff. It's pretty amazing, and it's not like one of those main brands for natural hair, but my hair loves this, and this is what I use. And after I use that, I will top it off with a grease or also shea butter or an oil. Now, most people say you're not really supposed to oil your scalp, but I do, because my scalp is just very, very dry, and I used to wear wigs as a protective style, so I didn't have to worry about dryness to that degree. But unfortunately, with the seasons, especially in California, it's just very dry here. The weather is not really natural hair friendly, so it's so dry. And so what I do is oil my scalp to combat the environmental influences on my hair. So I love 3 oils. The hot 6 oil, which I put in a oil dispenser that has a comb attachment, so this makes it very easy for me to apply more to my scalp. But I pour this in here, and that's how I'll use that. I also love the olive oil from the Hollywood Beauty brand. I just love this brand. Actually makes really good oils for the hair. And then last but not least, I use jojoba oil as well. I'll go switch between this and the hot 6 oil or the olive oil. I won't use all 3 at one time. I don't want to overload my scalp, and then it just starts to overproduce. So I will usually use the jojoba oil and switch off between the hot 6, this one, the olive oil, a day at a time, because I do oil my scalp every day. And I think I love this the most because it's very light and it mimics a sebum, so the natural oil from your scalp. So those are my product recommendations. Growing my hair has less to do with my process and products and more to do with my mind and how I love myself according to how God calls me to love myself. And that to me has been the biggest game changer, because now growth is not my main focus. And if my hair is having an off month or something, I'm not cutting it, or I'm not, or things like that. But it has allowed me to appreciate my hair and everything about me in many different ways. And so if you are learning to love a part of yourself that was formerly not so beloved by you, it's important for you to just get out in public with that part of yourself as much as possible. I find that the more that I wear my natural hair out, even without the braids extensions, the more that I just love it. Be nice to yourself. This has been very hard for me. It sounds crazy, right? But being nice to yourself is part of loving you as well. And then document, whether you choose to do videos or pictures, however, or diary, just document your journey, because it's going to be so helpful as you go along, move along. And of course, keep getting those things out that aren't serving you well, that aren't allowing you to treat yourself nice and love yourself, and just really, really pay attention to you. And so I think in that journey of self-love, I'm learning to love every part of me, and that to me does a lot more for my hair than my products and regimen. So I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, and leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next video.